Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video, a really quick one, not too long I suppose, about how I noticed how I've been treated differently ever since I started the hormone, like since when my voice dropped. Just people in general over the phone and in the street, they treat me differently, and in a good way, but it's also like in a way that my inner feminist just gets kind of pissed, because I've noticed that while over the phone, like when like I said, I'm a customer service agent. I do tech support for Sony Ericsson, and most of the time I do chat support. I'm on the chat support line. I answer emails, but when they put me to take calls, I mean, I take a whole bunch of calls when it's my turn to take them. And I've noticed since I started taking these calls with after the voice drop, and I'm being recognized as male 100%. My customers are a lot nicer to me. It's a rare thing that I get an angry customer. I mean, I know people call in angry and whatever because their phone's not working or whatever, something broke off of the phone or they're out of warranty and yada yada yada. But the thing is, before when I used to have a female voice, customers that called in just normally, especially women, they were kind of snippy with me, kind of, I'm not going to say bitchy, but they weren't, super duper nice. And men didn't really respect my opinion, I suppose you could say. Not that they didn't respect it, but I don't know, just the world is sexist in its core. It's very, sexist environment. It's women aren't, even to this day after all the progress, women aren't as respected in the work field as men are. So I've noticed that over these calls, women are a lot nicer to me. They give me better feedback when I get a survey. Men tend to take me more seriously when I tell them to do this, and that. They will follow directions, and they won't give me a but, and they won't give me an and they'll just do what I say. So, and I was talking about that with my friend Tommy. We work at the same place. He's known on YouTube as the Trans God. And he sent me an email about it because he's also transitioning, and his voice also dropped, and he's recognized as male on the phone all the time, if not most of the time. And he's noticed the change as well, that he gets treated better. He gets treated way better on the phone now that he sounds male than when he had a very feminine voice. So that kind of irks me a little bit. And I noticed, like, really yesterday that change in respect and how people treat me. Yesterday I had ordered food from this place that I order food from all the time at work. It's a little like a little home restaurant where they make really good specialty types of food. And on my days off, like usually when I call from work, they'll come right away because it's a whole bunch of people calling and it's a huge order, it's a whole bunch of money, so they come a lot quicker for stuff like that. But when I used to call from the house, like on my day off or whatever, the lady would say, well, I have orders before yours and it's gonna take like an hour to get there. So if it was like they open at 10 o'clock. And I would literally call at 10:15. And she goes, well, I already have orders ready, and I'm not going to bring it by until 1 o'clock, this being 10 in the morning, and blah, 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 blah. And I just say, forget it. So yesterday, it was like, I don't know, maybe because it was like 2 in the afternoon, I called. And I asked for my usual, but she recognized me as male. And she said, okay, no problem, sweetie, I'll send it out right now. And I got my order within 10 minutes. And that, I don't know, kind of, I don't know how to really deal with that, I mean, it's in a good way. It makes me happy that, I'm recognized as male and I'm getting treated this way as a male, but in the way, I don't like having special treatment. I don't like having, being treated a lot differently for something, for who I was before and who I am now. I'm still the same person inside, so I don't know why the treatment has to be different. And, I noticed, yeah, like on the street too, like when I go out to places, women usually, when there's like a guy behind the counter, get tended to a lot quicker if they're like cute, because that's how men work in this country. Pretty face gets you anywhere. But I've noticed when I go out to places where it's usually female-dominated presence, that they're running the store or the restaurant, I get tended to a lot quicker than I used to. And yeah, it's a big difference, especially from the way women treat me, like on just in general, because not even just the way men treat me. It's just my treatment by men is usually over the phone with customers, that they respect my opinion more. That's the only difference I really noticed. Out in public, they're just really the same. It's, you know how bio males are. But with women especially, it's just, they're different. They're a lot different. I mean, I get hit on a lot more than I used to, and I mean, that's a good thing. I'm not going to complain about that ever. But I also noticed that, before, when I used to try to pass as male and I couldn't really do it, I got treated not so great. Not because they didn't recognize me, but maybe they thought I was like a 10-year-old or whatever. But now that I'm looking older. I'm like not that much older, probably like a 15, 16-year-old, maybe barely passing as that. But yeah, I get treated different, and it just irks me a little bit that, basically work-wise, what I'm gonna call that. Before, I used to have to go through so much work to get the customer to really work with me, and I used to be a supervisor. Well, not a supervisor. I used to be a senior agent. I was a senior agent, and I used to be, because since I was a senior, I used to be in charge of taking supervisor calls. Every time another agent got a customer requesting for a supervisor, I would take the supervisor call. And back then, I had a very feminine voice. I hadn't transitioned yet. I hadn't started T, nothing or anything like that. And these customers were nasty. These people were just, and I know maybe it's just because the situation that we're in sucked, but these people were assholes. And the other day, I had to take a supervisor call for somebody because one of the supervisors had not come to work and the other one was at lunch. So by default, I took the supervisor call for the agent, and the customer worked with me fabulously. Like, they called and they were pissed, and like the first 2 minutes they were just cussing me out and whatever. But after I started speaking, it's just, maybe my new voice has like a soothing effect to it. Like my cousin said that since my voice dropped, that he found my voice a lot more soothing over the phone and very, patient. So yeah, they work with me fabulously. It was a guy, and then he put his wife on the phone, and they kind of switched back and forth, arguing, sort of. And then at the end, they were satisfied. I gave them what they wanted, and that was it. So, well, that's pretty much it. I just want to know what you guys have experienced when it comes to, treatment in your new gender, and let me know what you've gone through, if you've noticed a similar change with society towards you after your voice dropped. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So peace.